Binigyan sila ng 2 tanong. Sinulat nila ang sagot sa papel at ihinulog nila sa kahon. Sila ay mag-isa habang sinusulat ang kanilang mga sagot. Kumuha sila ng ibang sagot na nasa kahon at kanilang binasa. Anong masakit na sabi sa iyo ng kaibigan mo at ano ang naging epekto nito sa buhay mo?
It wasn't exactly hurtful, but someone called me emo. Not in an edgy kind of way, I believe. Basically, they called me emotional because I was moping. Really made me think the kind of kid I was back then. It didn't really affect me, I just think it's funny.
Sinabihan ako na walang utang na loob ng nanay ko nung kumuha ako ng 1K mula sa stipend ko sa DUST. Wala naman gaano, pero nakakalungkot lang na stipend ko hindi ko makuha.
She hated the most. Nasaktan ako ng sobrang rito dahil we were friends for 4 years. It went down the drain. I just cannot believe now the person who saw me or who have been through with me, each other, have made the most. Maybe I'm an empath for understanding and forgiving her. I still wish her the best.
Nakakairita ka na. Isa sa mga pinakamasakit na narinig ko mula sa isang matalik na kaibigan kong akala kong matatanggap sa akin ng buo. Naging sensitive ako sa mga sinasabi ng iba.
May babae na gusto akong pakasalan, kaso ayoko sa kanya, kaya sinabi ko sa kanya na I'd rather be gay than to be married to you. To be married someone like you. Ang dangerous kasi na may taong may unaddressed obsession sa'yo.
Not necessarily say, but the absence of them saying that I am their best friend. I have never heard them say even in passing that, yeah, they're my best friend, which is kind of heartbreaking as we have been friends for almost 2 decades now. Parang, it made me feel as if I was unimportant or that they didn't care. But even after 2 decades of heartbreak, friendship, I still cling onto them like a desperate ex in need of closure.
Anong kultura, like family tradition, beliefs, or values, ang pinakaayaw mo at bakit?
It's not exactly a tradition, but it's something I commonly hear and have potentially inherited. It's the way my family easily mentions about wanting to disappear. If it was said jokingly, there is still some truth to that, and the fact it's just throwing out there nonchalantly unsettles me as their daughter.
Family first, kahit toxic na. Parang nawalan ako ng karapatang pumili ng mga desisyon na sa tingin ko ay tama at makakabuti sa akin. Nakukulong ako at nasasakal sa ganitong kultura ng Pilipino.
Wala kang mapapala sa paglalaro ng online games. Nagkaroon ako ng chance na i-pursue ito. Nagawa ko mag-stream. Pero napakahirap na family mo mismo ang pumipigil sa'yo. Kaya naman, tinigil ko na lang.
Ayoko kung obligado ka tumulong sa family mo after graduation. Medyo insulting kasi gagawin ko naman yun on my own volition, obligation or not. Ooh.
Huwag sasagot sa matanda bilang paggalang. Like, paano kung bobo yung sinabi? Hindi nakaka-promote ng critical thinking ha.
I really dislike the fights we have for finances, as it really hurts as a kid who really can't do anything about it. But it's almost normalized at this point. The constant guilt tripping is something I can't handle, as I feel the weight of the world on my shoulders.
Utang na loob ang pinakaayaw ko na tradisyon sa pamilya ko. My father always told me na dalhin ko siya sa ibang bansa dahil tatay ko siya at siya nagpalaki sa akin. Ang laking toll nun sa akin dahil I'm still in college and ang goal ko ay maging magara sa buhay at matupad ang aking mga pangarap. Hindi para maging retirement plan ng aking tatay.
Let the Lord is with you.
Ayan lang.
And with
I'm
your
a
spirit. Ako nga magbabasa sa'yo, ma.
Ikaw nga, ang kapalaran ko sa mga susunod na buwan. Pag
Bakit
ito,
wala?
invalid na yan. Sabi niya kasi mag-renewables ako eh.
May someone na magpapagalit sa'yo, na magagalit ka ng todo, sasabihin